How'd it go with Sims?
He admits to being there and to owning the gun, but claims he's not the shooter. We're waiting on CSU.
I had them move it to the top of the pile. The 9mm slugs that killed Shar Jackson were a match for the shell casings found at the scene, which are not a match for the gun you found. They had to fix it just to test fire it.
So where does that leave us?
With this, check out what I just found.
So,
David
wasn't
Zemsta,
suitable
our
for
security
shooting
guard.
anyway.
Turns out he belongs to an organization he didn't mention to us. Here's a little video he posted to his blog.
White power. Hey everyone, it's me, David Z. Big say Kyle to all you freedom fighters out there. Today's video is going to be about how to foster black on black violence with just a simple can of spray paint. Simply tag a wall or building in a rival gang's alley. Even better if you can slur one of their dead. They hate that. Remember, resistance by any means necessary.
I'd say the security guard is a pretty safe bet.
I knew there was something I didn't like about you the first second I saw you.
'Cause my skin is white?
Whoa, let's try with the graffiti
We
first.
found some graffiti in the alley behind your store. Pretty nasty stuff. The kind of thing might start a local gang war.
The wind blows and it starts a gang war. So what?
What do you think would happen if somebody tagged over PK's name?
How the hell would I know? I got no idea.
No. He would not lie. Well, the video the security guard posted on the internet and the spray paint found in the alley tell the tale. Sims says the security guard had painted over it. The boy heard someone spray painting. No, we'll go with the internet. Good job.
You spelled it out for us on the White Nation Socialist website. Find a tag, cross it out, add a rival's tag.
We found a can of black spray paint in the alley. I'm betting your prints are all over it.
It was just an idea, protected by the First Amendment. It doesn't prove that I actually shot anyone.
Well, it doesn't prove that he shot anyone, but he could rile up the hate to do it.
I don't get it. Why not channel all that passion into something positive?
Because we've got to take our cities and our neighborhoods back.
Ah, it's a red herring. The shooter.
One more chance. Who was the shooter?
I told you already. Lil Doc, Tarvaria Sims. I saw him shoot that woman.
Did the security guard see Tavaria Sims fire his gun? No. And don't ask me how. Tavaria's gun was not a ballistics match for the gun used. The security guard. It's not the match. So it couldn't have been
Wrong
him.
again, amigo. So much for the superiority of the Aryan race. Sims's gun was not a match.
There's another shooter.
You know, I just remembered. It wasn't Tarvarius who took those shots.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
someone from the other gang. The guys from Houston Street.
Yeah?
Sure, yeah. Saw the whole thing, remember?
Nope. Whose testimony was different? The boy said the other gang did not fire. Traverius said the other gang was unarmed. Van Buren says Sims' weapon was too poorly constructed. The security guard reported seeing PK in the alley behind the store. Unarmed? Yeah. Couldn't understand everything he was saying. Kept using...
Yeah, I remember. I remember you told us you
Gang
didn't
words.
see the shooting.
Right, let's book him.
Benson, let's book this punk. Send him to Rikers and let the brothers there teach him about peace, love, and racial harmony.
You look good for this, Zemsta. You got a history of hate speech against blacks. You have access to a weapon. You know the gang's involved. All I need now is a pretty little bow.
Damn it. No.
No? No what?
He was white. The shooter. Guy in the Charger. White guy. Damn idiot.
You're saying Scott Leonard was the shooter?
Yeah. I saw him there about an hour before. Nice car. He was in our lot like 4 times this week. He'd just drink in the parking lot and sit there for hours. I told him to leave once. He flashed a gun at me. Thought he was there to buy drugs or something.
Oh, yeah? What was he drinking? What did the car look like?
The real cheap stuff. Mad Scotsman. The car was black with a big blue stripe. Charger, I think.
Right. Here we go. Took a while, but we're getting there. How can we be certain? Officer Fontana noted the receipt for Mad Scotsman was signed by S. Leonard. No, he didn't. The name Scott Leonard sounds white. The shooter can't be Sims. There was a receipt for Mad Scotsman and the charger is registered to Scott Leonard. Well, that's more like it. Good job.
I hate to say it, but he's making a positive ID here.
And would finally prove what Henry's been telling us about where he heard the shots.
Oh, why did he have to be white?
You were supposed to protect people, you sad, sick piece of trash. Now a mother is dead and her kid is an orphan because you were too busy trying to start your race war.
It's coming whether you want it or not.
Go to hell.
Everything's starting to make sense.
Really? I was thinking just the opposite.
Either way, we gotta check out Scott Leonard.
Right. Yes, great. You increased your detective rank. Leonard Auto Repair.
Mr. Scott Leonard?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Benson. This is
Don't
Detective
let him repair
Curtis.
your car
We've got a
after he's
warrant
had
to
a
search
few
your garage.
beers. You wouldn't know if it's still
cops?
roadworthy.
Perceptive.
What are we drinking today, Mr. Leonard?
Mad Scotsman. That's funny, because I'm a mad Scot, man.
Today's a work day. Where are your people?
Laid them all off 2 years ago. Can't afford them. Economy.
Right, well, this shouldn't take long. Keep an eye out for the 9mm.
It'd be nice to find something that would go to motive, too.
Lenny Briscoe used to grab newspaper clippings, old photos, letters, and whatever else he could find. Sometimes it helped the DA establish motive in court.
Thanks. Good tip.
Aha. Circle the objects to select and grab. Click on the arrows to navigate. Select the magnifying glass. Right, ammo, gun, news clipping, and memento. Right. Nope. Oh, what's this?
April 12th, 2010. Still no suspects in carjacking murder of Alphabet City woman. Woman's name is Nina Juarez. Nina!
Right. What else we got? Well, what's this? It's a gun.
9mm. 3 rounds missing from the clip.
Uh-oh. I think we're getting close. What does that look like? I don't know what that is. No. Okay. We've got to go back. Anything down there? No. Whoa. What is that? No. Ah, it's a photo.
Leo and Nina.
Nina.
Our first anniversary.
Uh-oh. And all we've got to get now is ammo. That one. Look at that.
A box of ammo. Looks like it's for a 9mm. We can compare these to the casings we found at the scene. I think we got enough here.
Yep, we've got enough here. Excellent.
Mr. Leonard, I've been through the garage, and I gotta say, I got more questions.
Great.
Gun.
We found a gun in the garage. A 9mm. Yours?
A gun? No way. I got 2-3 people working for me out in my garage. Could belong to any one of them.
You just said you fired everybody because you couldn't afford them. Not retired. Did not have any employees. Right.
That's funny. I remember you saying you laid them off 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's mine. I need it for protection. Gangbangers always trying to bust into my shop.
Who's Nina?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Strange, because I found a picture of you and her together. You look quite cozy.
Probably just someone from church. Sometimes these single ladies get cozy at the mixers. I can't remember their names.
Alright. Is Scott Leonard telling you the truth? No. How can we back that up? The inscription on the photograph implies Scott 3 years. The inscription on the photograph has got at least a year. Go with the one that's at least a year. First anniversary.
Leo and Nina. 1 year anniversary.
Oh, okay. Nina was a girlfriend of mine. We was even engaged. So what?
So that's twice you lied to us about knowing her. Kinda makes me wonder what else you're lying about.
Newspaper article.
Where's Nina now?
We broke up. She moved somewhere down south. I got a postcard from her around here somewhere.
Is Scott Leonard's fiance? Could Scott Leonard's fiance have moved on as he said she did? No, because of the newspaper clipping. The newspaper article claims that Nina was placed on life support after being shot in the head during a carjacking. Newspaper article proves that Nina is currently incarcerated. Claims that Nina is killed in a carjacking. We go with that. Good job.
We know she was killed in a carjacking. We know that's why you're hurting.
The Charger was her car. I bought it for her, but it was hers.
No, it's got
She
a
was
blue
just
stripe.
stopped at a red light when it happened. Those animals, those bangers, they killed her. Sims and his crew. Nina was everything to me. You don't know what it's like to find love so late in life. You grip it strong with both hands. But she just disappeared.
If you did something in that parking lot,
No, it wasn't me shot that poor woman. I ain't never shot a gun before in my life, I swear.
Well, all the evidence is there. Got that wrong. So he is
the clip in
lying.
your gun is missing 3 rounds. I'm betting we find them in Shar Jackson's body.
Scott Leonard, you're under arrest for the murder of Shar Jackson. Anything you do or say can and will be used against you.
Whoa. No red herrings. Excellent work.
I don't know if the boy's up to this. Are you sure this is gonna hold up in court?
Me and Curtis looked into it. The Neurological Center at Columbia did a study where they confirmed that kids like Henry, who are blind since birth, are twice as likely to hear better than people who can see.
It's not just what he heard. He was very specific about where he heard it coming from.
The same study shows that blind people were much better at being able to pinpoint the specific location of a sound they heard. It's like the part of the brain reserved for sight gets put to work on this other stuff, including hearing.
But shouldn't we use a real lineup for this?
Perhaps I
This
just
is
learned to
better.
listen
Our
better.
tech guy recorded these samples taking into account the acoustics of the parking lot and the approximate distance the shooter was from the boy.
Okay, but if this comes back to bite us...
All right, Henry. I just want you to listen to these recordings and tell me which one is the voice you heard.
Okay, detective.
Nina.
Nina.
4.
Nina!
Yes.
That one. That's the guy.
Good job. I think we got him. Thank you, Henry. You really did your mama proud.
I tried extra hard. You know, for her. I know you was worried I couldn't.
I didn't mean for you to hear that.
It's all right. She said ain't everybody in this world always gonna give me a fair chance. Are you gonna catch the guy who killed her?
I don't need to catch him. You just did.
Yeah, you've done the job for him. I don't think you quite meant it like that, but...
Why can't we work out a deal here? Is Scott Leonard really a murderer?
He became one when he killed Shar Jackson. I want murder too. Maximum sentence. Make an example.
Well, we got the gun.
He says it was self-defense. The gang fight put him in fear of his life.
Plus, we got the kid's testimony, and he ID'd Scott Leonard's voice.
Ugh, not so fast. Judge just granted the defense motion to suppress the auditory lineup.
On what grounds?
Unreliable evidence. Without the lineup, we can't introduce Nina. And without Nina, we don't have a revenge angle.
Talk to the detectives again. We need to shore up our case.
So, who else we got?
A racist security guard and a gangbanger.
Great. Well, of the two evils, who would you put on the stand?
I hate to say it, but probably the security guard.
Really?
Yeah, you put Tarvarius Sims on the stand and the jury is only going to see his color. The defense will introduce his criminal record and they'll play the race card and say he doesn't like Scott Leonard because he's white.
Detective
Well, I
Curtis,
think they might
I'm
introduce
impressed
his
at your
criminal
grasp
record.
of
That might
sleazy
do him
courtroom
in.
ethics.
This ain't my first rodeo.
As for the security guard, perhaps you can dig up something in his past. Day of shooting.
Mr. Zemsta, tell us about what you saw on the day of the shooting.
Just another day in the asphalt jungle, Mr. Cutter. Huh. You know how it is. I'm trying to keep order, and I got a bunch of bangers outside in the parking lot aiming to shoot each other up.
So you saw two rival gangs squaring off. Did you recognize anyone?
No, not anyone in particular. All them bangers look the same to me.
That's not
You
what he
didn't
said
know
earlier.
anyone in the gangs?
No.
Did he know someone? Yes. He identified Tarvarius.
Mr. Zemsta, you told police you recognized Tarvarius Sims.
Oh yeah, right. I guess I did.
The hell? Why didn't Cutter coach this kid? We need a little polish here.
This might be the polish.
Yeah, new topics. Anyone else?
Other than the gangs, can you remember anyone else?
Kid, his mom. Tragedy. Real tragedy.
Is he leaving someone out? Yes. He told police he saw Scott Leonard. He did, he saw him in the car.
Anyone else?
Your Honor, please. If Mr. Cutter digs any deeper, he's gonna need a pickaxe. This is clearly leading.
Last chance, Mr. Cutter.
Right. Are you sure?
You sure you didn't see anyone you can remember?
Not really.
Defensive posture.
Your Honor, permission to treat witnesses hostile.
Permission granted, Mr. Cutter. Hope you know what you're doing.
Mr. Zemsta, you will now answer my questions with a simple yes or no, and you will answer them truthfully, or the DA's office will charge you with obstruction and perjury. Is that crystal clear?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
He answered with a yes.
On the day of the shooting, did you see the defendant on the premises of your shop?
Yes.
Is that true? Yes. Didn't he buy some beer? No. He told police he shared the beer. He told police he saw Scott Leonard in his car. That's it.
How long was he there for?
I think an hour.
An hour. Yes. Aha. Told Benson and Curtis for Turner found a receipt from the hour before. Had only been on shift for an hour. Let's go for the receipt. No.
Did you recognize the model of the car he drove?
Yes, it was a Challenger.
A Challenger. Charger, wasn't it? Oh, I can't remember now. What was it? Yeah, Charger. Excellent work.
You told police it was a Charger. Are you changing your testimony?
No, I mean a Charger. I just forgot. I'm nervous.
And finally, did you see him speed away from the scene of the crime?
Yes.
Is that true? Well, he said he heard it. Right, he posted a description of the car on his website. Described the charger's paint job. Yes. With a blue stripe.
Thank you.
Your witness, Mr. Antonio.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Zemsta, are you a racist?
Yeah. That's,
Objection. Your Honor.
badgering, speculation, relevance. Let's go with relevance.
Relevance?
Mr. Zemsta's racial beliefs may affect his testimony against my client.
Your client is white. You're gonna have to do better than that. Objection sustained.
Mr.
What?
Zemsta, did you see Scott shoot the victim?
What?
No.
Why?
What
Were
do you mean
doing
he's
something else?
white? So
Yes.
just carry on.
What?
Hiding.
Oh.
Where?
In the alley.
So you didn't see the actual shooting
No.
because you were hiding in the alley.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, because they're
What
both
kind
white.
of cowardly
Right.
security guard are you? Hiding in the alley?
What? Would you like to object? Yeah, yes.
Objection.
He's a bit badgering
Defense
there.
is badgering the witness.
Sustained. Watch it, Mr. Antonio.
You have an alcohol problem, don't you?
What? No.
It's a known fact that you drank on the job. You told the police as much.
I guess.
So it's safe to say you were probably drunk that day.
Would you like to object? Yes.
Objection.
There's no proof that he was drunk. Speculation.
Speculation.
Again.
Defense is taking this one too far.
Sustained.
Regardless, your status as an eyewitness leaves much to be desired.
But it-
Withdrawn.
do
No
as
further
well.
questions.
He's got to stand up. Wow.
Your Honor, redirect.
Go ahead, Mr. Cutter.
Defendant.
Mr. Zemsta, had you in fact seen Mr. Leonard parked in the lot for several months prior to the shooting? And did you see him that day only minutes before?
No. No, that's not right, Mr. Cutter.
Yeah, he didn't seem parked up. He said he hadn't seen Scott Leonard before that day. He said he saw Scott Leonard every single day. He said he saw Scott Leonard 4 times that week. He said he saw Trevor Sims several months prior, not Scott Leonard. Yeah. Oh no!
It wasn't several months prior. It was only a couple of days, Mr. Cutter. And he was in his car for like an hour before the shooting started.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ouch.
So, jury is leaning towards your case. You're ahead by 80.